Okay, so this is now the fourth devlog for this game engine. Let's go into it now. Actually, first I need to show some major changes I made internally. So, well, here's a new thing I added. Here's a whole new feature I added, but just to check the format. So now the coding is with like brackets here. Now it's very similar to just a Python list formatting, except that it just cuts off certain parts, so that you could be formatted like this. Technically, it doesn't matter. Any of the tabs don't matter since they're going to be removed anyways internally. This is how the coding looks though, and this is like events. So you have these are the triggers. I added triggers, effects, and so you can see I have if statements now and stuff like that. But let's actually go in the game now. So I'm going to go in from this window instead of the because it's a little quicker. Okay. I also changed some stuff, so now neutral and armies will be this color, and then enemy armies are red, and then allied armies are something else. I added full diplomacy, by the way, and you don't start off with your own diplomatic relations. So I mean, you could technically add it in the game, but in this scenario, just to test stuff out, I didn't add it, and I have it that you have an event that appears within hour 22. Up, and you could see the war has immediately begun. So it's the attack of Fort Sumter. The American Civil War has begun. Okay, so now you could notice it's been changed a little. We added a relations panel, which will show all the wars you're in. So this will have new at the start of this game. There's nothing here actually. If I exit out and open up again, which I'll do at some point, you'll see there's nothing here, and it just shows this war, which is the American Civil War. That's named. The name of the war could be default or set, whatever, depending on how you do it. The scene is gonna have to be cleaned up, but this is essentially a war. This war bar works. It shows the attacker. Let me make this full screen. This shows the attackers, defenders, and the casualties. This stuff all works. Um, I also here's the Confederacy. I'm gonna go to the Union after this. But so that's now we have traits for the government. We have we still have the factions obviously, but then we have these elections. So the Confederacy has no minor elections, meaning essentially like Senate elections and stuff like that. The Confederacy doesn't have that. And you have major elections. So I don't even know if it's possible to flip as a Confederacy until at this point, but whatever. You essentially can flip by supporting different factions. Normally, the default supporting your base faction, but you could switch it. And then also by getting morale low enough. You could see I added this bar here, but now ruling party popularity monthly change is currently very high. I don't think it's even possible to get the Confederacy to flip to a different side by this starting date. For the Union, it's completely possible because their election is so far away. Um, I think that's mostly it, to be honest. Let's just go into a battle. I added a lot more agendas, and a lot of stuff happened internally with that against just the agendas. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to use multiprocessing to speed this up. So, mm, are we actually going to win this? That's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. We took Washington, D.C. Okay, well, let's see the relations now. So now it's 23% in favor of defenders. Wow, that battle was a slaughter. How is that even possible? That's crazy. There's 62k defender casualties versus 172k casualties for the attacker. And if you go into another battle, we can also see that it will increase again. And this is going to be a pretty big win, obviously. So now if we go to relations, yeah, we only took like I don't think like 30,000 casualties from that. They took another 100,000, and it's just gone more on our side. So now let's to the Union real quick. Oh yeah, so I added full diplomacy. If you notice, there's that relations panel, which is there's a relations panel that's empty. That is gonna be for the one here. So this is gonna be for okay. See, there's no wars. So this one's gonna be for just generally making diplomatic decisions like declaring wars, um, or alliances or making not making peace. 'Cause you're already gonna have a peace thing, but yeah. I think I'm gonna show the elections. So yeah, I also added characters and stuff. So yeah, this Lincoln's pretty strong here. And also, just to say, vice presidents. This is actually not the character's trait. This is just when you're the co-leader or just vice president in the game. It's called co-leader because it could be for. This is supposed to be extended for all forms of government. They could have co-leaders. They don't necessarily need to have it though. But their bonus is a quarter of what it would be if they were the leader, because the vice president doesn't have as much of an effect. So I'm just gonna leave this gonna run um until we get to let's get the Democrats in power. So let's run this in. Now it's 1862. I just wanted to briefly show the Democrats still are unpopular here. Oh yeah, I should explain this a little more. So essentially, you have 2% power. You have a power percentages pie chart. So this is the faction power. So whoever has more power is essentially going to be in charge. Yeah, that's essentially. Well, not necessarily. A charge in the elections have some randomness to them, but generally, whoever has more power is in charge. Popularity is essentially affects the elections, and the minor elections and yeah, the minor elections essentially just increase your power of the factions, and then the major elections do that, and they also will select the next leader. Okay, so I accidentally went too far, but it's like only like 20 days. So this is a pop-up for elections. So minor elections have concluded. The Democrats have made significant gains. You wish to view the current power dynamics. Yes, you see the morale has fallen significantly since the start. There's some timed events that have expired. Like you have to capture stuff in certain amount of times, or else you get there's issues. Like you get drops in morale, drops in popularity. So at this current moment in 1862, the Democrats are now just slightly less popular than the Republicans, and their power has gone up by around 10% just from that minor election. Now, the next minor election is 1866, but I'm hoping they'll take over in 1864. Okay, so now we're in 1864. So this is the year of the election, and I also added an agenda here. You could see all these pop-ups is really alerting you. Hiring Andrew Johnson. So Andrew Johnson, there's no effect from this. It's just this is a pure choice the player can make. So remove Hannibal Hamlin, who has an all right bonus, and it replaces him with Andrew Johnson, who has a good bonus for improving the support of the Democrats. Um, this should probably only be done if you want to keep the Republicans in power, and you don't care about the morale or whatever. I mean, it's small amount of morale, anyways. In this case, I'm not going to do this because I want the Democrats to win. Also, you can see I'm unlocking these techs. Yeah. Okay. In 30 days, it's going to expire, though, so you only have a short window of time to take this decision. Okay, now it's just 6 days before the election. Our morale for the union's at 24%. It has fallen so far. Um, yeah, this is still at 0% because no battles have occurred. Anyways, here are the popularity percentages. Democrats have 66.3%. The National Union Party Republicans are falling 0.9 a month, and then the gain here means they're gonna lose around a month, one popularity percentage every month. Power, because no elections have run yet. It's the Democrats are still weaker, but let's see what happens within a few days. Oh, I also have 5 million manpower. That's crazy. Yep. The major elections have concluded. The faction Democrats have taken over. Do you wish to view the turn? I'm already on the page, whatever. Okay. So now we have George McClellan as the leader of the Democrats for President of the Union. 15% of production votes, which is actually pretty solid. Yeah, it got a pretty decent production. This was without any laws, although at this point I'm sure I have decent administrative text. And you have this guy. I don't even know anything about him except the name. But I gotta give him that, which is decent bonus. Yeah, the morale though just flipped. I gonna have to do something about that. That when you have the new ruling party or something, the morale goes up or something like that. Or they don't take hurts losses from it. Oh, and also the Democrats have this. I added this thing for them. So they have to within 30 days make peace with the Confederacy, or the morale just falls to just essentially the bottom. It just can't go any lower. You essentially lose 25 morale. And yeah, it requires relations with neutrality as Confederacy, essentially just forcing the player to do this because that's what the Democrats really wanted. Yeah, I think that's it though. And this is it, the full devlog now.